Well, hello, buddy, and thank you for joining me tonight. My subject matter is diving into the world of fear, looking at false beliefs that attach to fear, and I'm here with my dogs. And the additional thing is, excuse me, is addictive behaviors. So we're going to look at these because fears are deep rooted in our minds when we have chronic pain. And unless we are aware of what they are, then they are preventing us from healing. So fears, I had a patient today that I was asking, like, what fears do you have? And, she said something that's very common, and that is, I have a fear that I won't get better. And that's, I think, one of the commonest ones with people with pain is they have a deep-rooted fear that they won't get better. Well, no wonder if they've had it for a year or 10 years or even longer. They've tried lots of modalities for therapy. Nobody's really talking to them about neuroplasticity and healing and the potential. So that whole system that we live in is basically supporting the fear that you ain't going to get better. And it's very real. And these emotional responses are harmful for us. And it's really important that we've got them. And I would suggest, if you're listening to this and you've got chronic pain, that you start to ask the question, what are my fears? I encourage you to write it down. Because when you write it down, it's more real. You can see them. And I would keep a log of this over time so you can go back and forth to it and review it over time. So along with fear, which is a root emotion of negativity, there are false beliefs, which are thoughts. Recurrent thoughts make up your beliefs. Now, beliefs are interesting because, they come from childhood and they're actually not even yours. Many beliefs come from our parents. They come from teachers, preachers. They come from doctors. They come from our culture, social media. So there's a variety of locations where false beliefs can come from. But it's important to peel back. Well, what are your beliefs? What are your beliefs about chronic pain? Some common ones I hear is, I believe that, back to I won't get better. Or I believe that I'm not worthy. That's such a core common belief. And I think it's a cultural belief. We don't really raise kids to believe in themselves. Although I think that's changing. But even, as a young kid and you're told, no, you can't play with your toys. You got to come down for dinner. Oh, I don't want to go down for dinner. Or no, you can't play with your toys. It's time for bed. And like, oh no, I don't want to go to bed, whatever it may be. So, even at a young age, and they're not obviously harmful directions, but they're little belief systems that can start to collect in your mind and your brain. Maybe you failed some exams. Maybe you didn't get a job that you wanted to. Maybe you failed in a relationship. And you got that feeling of failure, that you're not good enough. And if you've got the core belief that you're not good enough, well, you're not going to get better from pain, are you? So that's a really important one to identify with if that's yours. Maybe you've got others. So have a look at those. Again, ask the question. If you don't know what they are, if they're not springing to mind in your mind right now, ask the question. Write them down. What are my false beliefs? Where do they come from? It'd be interesting to see what you've got to say. So we've got false beliefs, we've got fears, and they're coupled together with behaviors, and often addictive behaviors. They're always going to see the doctor, always needing to take your pill, always needing to go to physiotherapy, or chiropractic, or massage. These are behaviors that are acceptable in our culture, but they're addictive behaviors. And why are these addictive behaviors here? Because of your beliefs, because of your core fears. it is important to peel back this and not to be judgmental of yourself or anybody else, but just to be open, to ask those questions. What are my addictive behaviors? And those addictive behaviors in themselves could be preventing you get better. I'm always amazed when I go on holiday and I'm not there for several weeks and I come back and there's so many people do so well when I'm not around. And it's interesting because I think a lot of people depend on coming to see me. I think a lot of people depend on going to see any doctor. That's what we do as patients, clients. We depend on other people to have the answer and solution, when really the truth is we are the solution. Deep within our soul, we are the solution. We just need to unravel these areas of life to get there. So if you're struggling with chronic pain, you've tried lots and lots of stuff, you're aware of neuroplasticity maybe, you're aware that the brain can heal, but you're kind of stuck. You're stuck in these loops of addiction, false beliefs, thoughts, and fears, emotional, negative root emotions. Then it's time to shine the light on them and start a journey with yourself. And I think I'll be diving into the subject more. For those who are watching on Facebook, I'll be following up on this. For those who are watching on YouTube, just do a little plug for my Chronic Healing Pain group on Facebook, where I interact every day, live stream every day with different subject matters, and I'm interactive and I respond to questions and answers. And my hope is that many people join this so we can get into a dynamic flow of conversation around these deep and important subjects. So there we go. So thanks for listening tonight. It's really good that you came along and listened. I see familiar faces once again. It's great. And so I just leave you with the hope that deep within all these fears, beliefs, and addictions, there is a solution for you. And I believe with all my heart it's possible to find it, because I've seen it so many times with people and myself. So thanks so much. You take care, and all the very best. Bye for now. Thanks for joining the course. I look forward to seeing you next time.